Yeah, pretty thorough, convincing victory in there tonight. Give us a thought, just how you feel after that fight.
I feel amazing. I am 27 years old. I just defeated a former world champion in RDA, so I feel good about it. I proved to the world that I belong in the top 3. I'm on an 8-fight win streak now, the second most to the champion. So I think I just proved to the world that I belong there.
What were the emotions and the feeling like going in there tonight? Because, like I said, you main evented before, but this was a bigger building. You know, the former champion aspect that you said, bring it up. So, what was the emotions like heading in?
It's weird because backstage I felt nothing. I felt numb, and I was like, kind of think, why am I so relaxed backstage? And I don't know what it was. I just didn't feel nothing about it. I thought it was just another day. I was going out there to fight, and I did not feel nervous. I felt nervous all day until I got to the arena. Once I got to the arena, I felt nothing. I felt numb, and I was kind of worried, thinking, why am I so relaxed in? But I feel good, and he proved I was relaxed in there. I seen everything he was doing. I outstruck one of the best strikers in the division, and I feel good.
It seemed to me as early as maybe like the second round that, yeah, you were like completely like, I've got this in the bag. I'm seeing everything. You could just see you relax in your body language. I mean, when did you feel like this guy has nothing for me? I've got this.
As soon as I got in the clinch, I felt his strength, and he's a small man, and I knew once I clinched with him and I felt his strength, I knew that the possibilities I can out-grapple him or outstruck him. I could see his punches coming from a mile away. His range is not very long, and so I knew from the first, second round that if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'll get the victory.
This seems to set up the Masvidal fight pretty clearly. I mean, that seems to be the one that everybody wants to see. Give us an idea of when you'd be ready to fight. I mean, when do you think that makes sense? I mean, I know you'd like a title shot if it happens, but if Masvidal's the fight, when does it make sense to happen?
I want to fight again at the end of the year, so October, November, December. Anytime then, I'll be ready to fight. This fight was a late notice. I was meant to fight in September till they phoned me up, gave me 5 weeks notice. I said, let's go. So I was kind of thinking over anyway, so I said, let's go. But I'd love to go again one more end of the year. If not Masvidal, the world champion in Usman, so either fight would be good for me.
I was just saying, this is the last thing for me, but we were talking about it here. If Lawler beats Covington, that would seem to create an issue, right? Because Covington beats Lawler, he would seem to be next for Kamaru. If Lawler wins, I mean, could you see Masvidal jumping ahead? I mean, what do you think should happen if that happens? Do you think you should get the title shot, or should Masvidal?
He was Masvidal beat, you know what I mean? He beat Ben Askren. Ben Askren has fought nobody. He got a close victory against Robbie. Apart from that, I couldn't tell another person that he's beat. That's a big name. He went to China or wherever it was, stacked up like a 90-0 record, and came to the UFC, talk a bunch of shit. And then he got to like number 5 above me, which is weird. I'm on an 8-fight win streak now. I'm ranked number 11 in the world. That's crazy. That's second most to the world champion. That's madness. That shows it's not about the fights. It's not about technique. It's not about winning. It's about just talking trash on social media. That's what gets you up there. And so I think I belong in top 5 at least, if not world title.
You mentioned you're on an 8-fight winning streak. You know, do you feel like your wins over Gunnar Nelson and Cowboy Cerrone, and now the former champion at lightweight? Do you feel like you're finally going to get that respect that you think that you deserve?
I'm at the point where I could not give a shit no more. I'll do what I need to do. I'll believe in myself. I believe in my team. I believe in my country, and I'll just keep working and keep chipping away. When it comes, it comes. I will not worry about what I cannot control it. So I went through a stage in my career when I was thinking, why did everyone overlook me? Well, I've been used to that since a kid, and it's fine. I keep chipping away. I keep winning, and that's what I keep doing.
You know, you mentioned you're doing this for your country. You know, you last fought in the U.S. 9 fights ago, right? Your last loss. Did it feel good to kind of come back here and get that win here in the U.S.?
I feel so. Like you said, my last fight was 4 years ago in the U.S. when I fought Kamaru in Florida, and it feels good now to come back to do it properly, because that camp when it came the first time to the U.S. It was kind of rushed. I went away from my team, and I kind of like changed everything up just to come to the US. But now I brought my team with me this time. We've been here now 2 weeks. We have acclimatized, we have trained, we have laughed, we have enjoyed it. We have enjoyed our time here, and I think it proved in the fight.
Do you feel like you kind of need to fight in the US to continue to build your star, your brand? Is that something you're looking forward to as you go forward, to come back and fight here in the US?
I love fighting here. The weather is amazing here. So I love fighting here. But for me, I'll fight anywhere. Give me a top 5 opponent, and I'll fight anywhere in the world. I believe the cage is my home, and wherever you want to put me, as long as it's a high-ranked opponent, I'm ready to go.
All right, last for me. Masvidal came out after that fight in London, and he had the three-piece and a soda combo or comment, and everyone talks about him, but they don't talk about you on the other side of that. Is that the fight? If you can't have Kamaru, why do you think that? How do you think you match up against him, and when would that fight be?
I believe Masvidal is an amateur. He's big. Nobody that I can say that he's amazing. You know what I mean? He did like a flying knees against Ben. Ben is an amateur. He's slow. He's old. He's a grappler. You know what I mean? He's taking some big confidence from that. I take nothing from it. It's one of them things. I think if they fought 10 out of 10 times, that will never happen again. So I believe I'm better than Masvidal anywhere in the fight game, and I'll get an opportunity to prove it. Thank you.
We talked about your upbringing before the fight, and now that you've put away RDA and you're that close, you're one shot away, or maybe even next in line for the title. How does it all feel? Like, does it feel surreal to be in this moment?
It feels crazy. Like I said, I was born in poverty, and I grew up in poverty, and to be doing what I'm doing in life, and it's surreal to me sometimes to look back and to see the stuff I've achieved. I'm fighting on ESPN in America in the main event. That's crazy. So to me, it's surreal. I feel I've put on earth to fight, and this is what I'm meant to be doing. Otherwise, there's no reason why I'm here. I believe this is what I'm meant to be doing, and this is the journey I'm meant to be on, and that's how I felt all this trip. That's all I felt. I thought this is what I'm meant to be doing. This is where I'm meant to be at this moment in time, and it feels amazing.
You said that you wanted to get a finish when we talked in the pre-fight interviews. Did you find it harder than you thought to put RDA away?
He's tough. He's short, but his head is massive. It's weird. He's got like a big head, but it's like a small body. It's like a weird thing, but he's a former world champion. He's defending his belt. He's one of the best fighters that I've fought so far in my career. And to be able to go out there, outstrike him, outgrapple him, and outclass him, I think that says more about just going out there and doing like a 5-second knockout. I prove my skill set is better than what his skill set is. And I'm doing it all from a small town in Birmingham, in the UK. You know what I mean? From a big gym in America. So I feel good about it.
You seem to have his timing down to a science, where you're just able to get in there and just hit him and miss, most of his shots. Did he throw anything at you that surprised you at all during the fight, with the flying knees a couple times, or?
The flying knees was close. The last one caught me like nice. It's like skimmed my chin a bit, so I took him down after the knee. But apart from that, his leg kicks was good. I was like trying time to check it, but every time I jab, he would kick my leg in. Now my legs are sore. He's good. He's good. Like I said, to be a former world champion in the biggest organization in the world, and to defend your belt over and over again, that says something about you. You know what I mean? So I will not disrespect RDA. He's good, but I'm just there.
And last for me, how are you going to celebrate tonight?
Tacos. Everyone keep telling me all week you need to try tacos, so I'm going to get a taco.
You were very calm and composed throughout the fight tonight. What was going through your head?
Like I said, all day I was like kind of nervous all day. As soon as I got to the arena, I felt numb. I felt nothing about it. I don't know what it was. I just felt numb. I felt nothing about it. So I couldn't tell you what it was that made me feel so numb. But it felt like another day to me. It was another fight. That was it. There was no really one thing can say this is why I felt so numb. But apart from that, I felt solid.
Yesterday you talked about maybe eating some ice cream. Did you have some?
Not yet. I will now. My thing is pizza, so I'll go and have a pizza, if not taco.
And what do you put on those tacos? What do you want on them? What do you want on them?
I don't know. What was on the best one? They said you got to go to the hood to get the best one. They said, so I'm going somewhere in the hood. Somewhere in the hood tonight to find like some taco. So that's all I'm doing.
Made your way out of the hood. Now you're going back to it.
I'm going back to the hood is the best food. It's the best food. But yeah, all good.
18th victory, 8 consecutive wins. How much credit do you give your team, given the way that they worked you out and being able to give you the best, you could say, regimen in order to make sure that you're on top shape?
I credit it all to my team. I've got an amazing team in Birmingham, UK. Like I said, I was winning up to the point to start believing in other people that I need to move to the US. I did that, I lost. So I went back to my team, now I'm winning up again, you know what I mean? So I think the fighting is more about self-belief, it's more about you. It's not such about team. People lose fights You think, oh, I need to go to another coach. I need to go to another coach, and that's never the answer. I believe if you believe in your team, believe in your surroundings, believe in yourself, and what God got planned for you, that's for you, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I believe in myself. I believe God got my plans already for me, and that's what it is. I don't feel you need to travel nowhere or do nothing to get better. So I give it all up to my team.
So you said that RDA was, your toughest opponent, former champion, yet you don't look like you've been in a fight with him at all.
I don't think it's not a tougher fight. It's a tougher opponent. So, like I said, he's a former world champion. He's the first UFC world champion I've fought. So, he wasn't a good opponent. But apart from that, technically, he wasn't the best opponent I ever fought. I have fought. I don't know. I'll give my best. I don't know. I've fought injuries before. Coming into this fight, I had a knuckle injury. I had a few injuries leading up to the fight. You know what I mean? So, it is what it is.
And you caught him with a real nice left elbow that sliced him open. If the doctor stopped that, how would you have felt?
I don't know. I would have liked to carry on. I don't feel like I'll like that stoppage. Because then you can say, oh, it's the doctor stoppage. It's not really, you know what I mean? It's a mistake. So I'm happy that I got to prove over 5 rounds that I can go 5 rounds. You know what I mean? Especially someone like RDA. He's known to push the pace. He's known to have good cardio. You know what I mean? So to be able to go out there, out-grapple him, outwork him, outstrike him, I think that proves to the world that I am getting better every day. I'm 27 years old. These guys are like in the phase, you know what I mean? I'm still 27, I'm not even in my peak yet. I'm not even in my prime yet, so I always keep learning, keep chipping away, put trust in God, and I'll get to where I want to get to.
Thank you, sir. Thanks.